I can see both sides, but I don't have to necessarily agree with one side or the other.
I am both sides. I want them to bomb, to decapitate the top brass in Iran. I don't want them to have nuclear weapons. I don't want one, as you said, I don't want one American life gone.
Yeah.
I guess we could float you some money for some planes, or you could borrow a plane or two. I don't know. But
how that works. Yeah.
I honestly don't. I don't think it's a world war. I don't think America's going to get involved. Even the aircraft carriers they show, I don't see those being employed. I don't see like Nick Fuentes is gloating now. He's like, I told you we were getting sucked into a war. I don't agree with him. I think the Iranian regime will be destroyed by Monday.
Yeah. Do you think that quickly? And yeah, I don't see them being a real force to be reckoned with. They have missiles, but it's not like they're making them at the rate they're firing them. They have a finite amount, and I don't think anyone is supplying them with anything right now. They're kind of alone in this whole thing. They don't have any other capability militarily. They don't have anything besides those missiles. Well, they have an army, but what are you going to march your army across hostile
four countries?
Nations?
Yeah, good luck.
What do you got there? Like Saudi, Iraq, Jordan. They all hate you. They're not going to let your armies cross.
Yeah.
So what do? They just
planes
sit there
and
get
missiles
bombed.
is their only hope. And for even if you hate Israelis, you can't deny that they're smart. Like these attacks. First of all, the beepers was the coolest attack I've ever seen.
It's James Bond, John Wick,
Jason
Reacher.
Bourne. Like holy,
it's amazing.
And then you look at some of these strikes they've had where they get the professor's bedroom, like the scientist who was working on the nuclear program. There's just like, and they're randomly bombing buildings, and you go, no, I can see that they got his bedroom.
Yeah, you saw like the hole in the wall.
Right.
The wall wasn't even blown apart.
Yeah.
Like that missile just went through the wall, and then there was smoke coming out of that one window. Like you could see stained wall from smoke, but the room was still there. It's just the guy in it wasn't.
No.
So
the neighbors are fine.
Unbelievable, the weaponry they have. I don't know. What do you think? Do you think they're letting a few of these Iranian missiles through to be like, well, we gotta let them win a few so we can go look at what they're doing to us? Probably.
Yeah. I have trouble thinking it like they go, the Iranian dome didn't do them any good. And I'm like, maybe it had an off switch that day.
Yeah. You think maybe they shut off the defenses, let a few buildings blow up, let a few people get killed. And now they have justification to completely wipe out. And I don't see Netanyahu going, yeah, let's take it to the peace table. Hi, this is Anthony Cumia.
Hello, I'm Gavin McInnes.
And together we're Compound Censored.
And we would like you to subscribe with this deal using this promo code right below me right now.
Do it, because it's very entertaining. Like he is balls out like Gaza. There's no talking with Hamas or the Palestinians or anyone. It's like, nah, we're kind of into this deep enough where we're just going to keep going until you're all gone. And I think that's what they're doing with Iran right now. It's like, yeah, no peace talks. No, we're just you will be gone. There will be no more rule of the Ayatollah and the mullahs. And we'll just put something in there that is Israel friendly, and we'll take it from there.
Yep. He has the exact same mentality as he has with Gaza. I want them gone. Well, Hamas, I should say, but he doesn't care if Gaza is destroyed in the process. But I'm taking them all out. And I think he's really gunning for America and other countries to join him. But and Trump sure sounds like he's gung-ho too. But I don't think we're going to get involved. Like worst case scenario, it's like a Grenada where we lost like 8 guys in that war, or maybe even a Falklands. But even that I don't see happening. I think Britain lost like 200 in that war or something.
Even that. I mean, oddly enough, they were more formidable than Iran is, as far as an enemy goes. I can't see Iran doing really anything else but the missiles. And once they run out, now what?
And don't you love this kind of war? Like, don't kill a bunch of innocent Germans, kill Hitler. Don't you like? You just decapitate them. You just take away the nuclear scientists working on the program. You take away the top Hezbollah guys. You take away, like, let's just get rid of the Ayatollah Khomeini there.
Yeah,
let's get rid of him.
What do you think though about all the different theories of why this is being done, and is it this plan that Israel's had for years, and Iran is the last holdout nation that needs to be destroyed for them to get their little plan together so they could pretty much run the Middle East?
I don't see Israel running the Middle East.
Yeah.
They're too hated to run the Middle East. They're like Irania. Like, just don't fuck with them. And you'll be fine. I think Netanyahu and Israel just said, we've been trying to get people to like us. I officially give up. Let's let October 7th happen. And then we will go DEFCON 1, not 3, on Hamas, obliterate them. And I don't give a shit if Palestine remains after that. We're just getting rid of them. There'll be tons of innocent people killed. We'll look terrible. I don't give a And then I want to attack Iran and do the exact same thing. But I really would love it if we had America on board. It would happen faster. We'd have more support. But at the same time, I could give two whether America joins them. I'm destroying Iran.
Yeah, we're just going to do this anyway. I think Trump's in a position where even Trump knows this was one of his big selling points during the campaign.
Yeah.
And even though he's not running for another term after this, he's done. So it's not even that, well, I got to worry about reelection. He's worrying about a legacy at this point. He does not like not being liked. And a lot of times he can spin something and go, well, this happened or that happened. There is no way he can spin sending Americans into a battle, not even a war, but like using American soldiers and airmen to bomb Iran.
He could spin he could spin a couple dozen dead Americans, maximum. Even then, people would be pretty upset.
They say a lot of people are saying a single soldier dies and it's over. The coalition is over. MAGA's over.
Smith,
Trump.
Nick Fuentes. That's the
Dave Smith is like already. Dave Smith has already said he regrets voting for him. He should be impeached because of this. Like, and look, they're not alone. I mean, there are people that do jump the gun like this.
If this became an Afghanistan where it was just 5 years and thousands of young American men dying.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But Trump painted himself into a corner with his campaign. Like, no foreign wars. Not a single American should die for something that isn't directly a threat against America. Now that can be spun, the nuclear thing, which we saw. All of a sudden they found another nuclear thing underground that only American bombers can get to. It kind of seems a little fishy. But Trump is really in a corner here because he can't even send an air crew to do Israel's work in Iran without people getting, what the dude, you ran on this. It's the no new taxes thing that HW did, you said it and now you're doing the opposite.
I would argue that he could maintain his credibility up to today, at least. Like, you can puff out your chest and have aircraft carriers and go, I swear to God, man, I swear to God, I will
gunboat diplomacy has been a thing for years.
As long as he doesn't drop him.
Peace through strength. You always send a carrier group and it looks badass. And, 90% of the times a plane doesn't have to leave the carrier.
Right.
But
and that was his MO in 2015. Remember that? He would just bomb, remember the front page of the Post? They bombed that guy and we identified him by his ring.
His ring, yeah.
So that was, or the Syrian air base that he just annihilated. We didn't even go over there.
Yeah.
So that's still on brand. So I'm just,
Right.
I could be wrong. I'm just going with my gut here. And my gut is saying no Americans are going to die. This is all a bluff. Iran is going to get severely decapitated and they'll be ripe for a regime change, which is good because they've been in a shithole since 79 with that dumb revolution they had.
Yeah.
Bring the Shah back. Bring the Sopranos guy back.
The Shah of Iran. Yeah, I didn't even know that was the son of the original Shah.
Me neither.
I just thought, like, do all these guys look exactly the same?
I learned that from your show.
He's been in exile since he was a child in the 70s. When his father died, he became the heir apparent in exile. And now he's starting to pipe up and go, hey, I'm ready to make a big comeback.
Is he rich? Like, do they have money? Where do they get their money from? I don't know.
I don't know if his father was able to take any of that wealth with him in exile. Then he's probably got quite a few bucks, but who knows?
If you're in the Middle East and you've got some money, start thinking of a plan B. I don't care if you're Netanyahu or the Shah or Saddam Hussein. Have an escape tunnel. Have some stuff in the Canary Islands. Have a backup plan.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
If you're an installed leader like the Shah of Iran, wouldn't you really keep tabs on what the Muslims are doing in your country?
I would have a whole
How did
old
they
lady
get so
disguise,
surprised?
Passports, different passports.
Yeah.
Criminals do that. They pay the cops tons of money to make sure that they know what's happening.
And the people in Iran, like they wanted freedom from Islam, and they put the Shah in there, and then that works for a little while, and then the Islamic Revolution happens with the Ayatollah. He comes back, and now the public seems to not want that anymore. Like, pick something and stick with it, you assholes. You want girls to wear nice skirts and go to school, or do you want them wrapped up and you throw off the roof? One or the other, and stick with it and let us stay out of their business.
It was the commies. The commies. I was saying this on my show yesterday. The commies love chaos. And you'll notice every black revolutionary group, even the Black Fist, that's a communist fist. So they get involved in everything from the Black Panthers to all those early 70s, American Indian movement. Those are all Marxist, communists. They always got the hammer and the sickle.
Yep.
Even Antifa, who are supposed to be anarchists, meaning they hate the government, they call themselves anarcho-communists, whatever the fuck that means.
They're not anarchists. Anarchists, I've never seen them take the other side of the political spectrum for their anarchy. Anarchists don't care if they're doing things that seem very extremist left or extremist right, as long as it's extreme and it's up.
Yeah, a true anarchist goes, ugh, I'm not nuts about this KKK rally in town, but
yeah.
I don't want the pigs telling people what they can think. So I guess anarchists should have been way behind J6. That even communists should have been behind it. That was the American working class saying they've had enough of the media and the government and rising up to attack both at the same time. But because
Rage Against the Machine should have written a song about it. Honoring J6 people. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Raging Against the Machine.
You could even be anti-cop. You could go flowing flash grenades and trampling Roseanne Boylan and shooting Ashley Babbitt, motherfucker. She died for this country.
Ashley Babbitt got popped. Yeah, we get it.
You pigs. Capitol Police can suck my
running in the Capitol with a pocket full of shells. But they're raging for the machine.
Totally.
All of them. You're like these commies. They're terrible commies. They're not good at it.
Well, for some reason in America and the West in general, rebellion is inexorably linked to anti-whiteness. It's inseparable. Yes. That's why they're so enthusiastic about Israel, and they don't care about, Syria or any other war outside. They go for the white on brown every single time. They could have hated the Capitol Police. You can hate pigs. There's some pigs, but no, the majority of those people were white. So I have to go for the other side, even though the other side is Nancy Pelosi and the government. The anti-vax people, a lot of blacks were anti-vax, but no, generally numbers wise, it was a white thing. So I'm pro-vax. Whatever the whites choose, I don't like.
That's bad. Well, look at the Trump statement that's always taken out of context and twisted. Find people on both sides. Who are you talking about? Oh, the white people? Well, they're white, so they're all bad. So you're, for the Nazis, they're all Nazis. That was the whole thing, is because there were fine people on both sides, but one side was white, and we can't have that.
No.
So that became, he said Nazis were fine people. So if you enjoyed that clip,
then subscribe to Compound Censored using this promo code.